You can even have the bit where I say, so Nan, are you recording?
Yeah.
Are you recording? Okay,
live?
great, we are live. All right, so everyone, welcome to our course. Normally, when you do a course like this, there's going to be like a little prompter up next to the camera that I'll be looking at, and I'll be like, saying what it says there. But we decided to have this introductory bit of the course. We decided just to improvise it here in our offices because this is where the idea for making this course came up. So we thought, why not just do it here? So my name is Thomas, and as you'll see, like in some of the material for this course, I'm going to be one of the people teaching it. But I'm actually more of a sort of an assistant teacher. So I might say like, Giti, who is the sort of main teacher of this course, could you introduce yourself too?
That'd be very helpful.
All right then, Thomas. Hi, so I'm Giti, and this is a course that I've actually taught in classrooms several times, and this is my first time doing it online. But we're going to try and keep this as much like a classroom experience as possible. So one of the things that Thomas and I were discussing is how do we want to present the idea of gender and intersectionalities to people who may be anywhere in the world, from any kind of educational background. And so I thought that instead of being heavy on theory and reading, instead of having a lot of high literature and so on, we should just make this more accessible. Songs, videos, cartoons, Disney, just stuff that most people would have access to.
Yes.
What do you think?
So obviously I thought this was an awesome idea. Like in terms of accessibility of the course, it's always sort of a conversation, an ongoing conversation we have with ourselves, because there are certain ideas that's hard to talk about without using some sort of academic language, right? So like they're going to be hard words in this course, and at one point in my life I didn't know these words. At one point in my life I didn't know about the background for understanding these kinds of ideas. We were all there at some point. So if there's stuff you don't understand, really, Google is going to be your friend. Like, go and look it up if there's stuff you don't understand. But onto the actual theme of the course, I think it's important that we talk a little bit about this. So the name of the course is Gender and Intersectionality. Giti, I think it would be really great if you could explain something about, when we say intersectionality, are we talking about the old theory by Kimberly Crenshaw? Or like what's the idea of calling it gender and intersectionality?
So very simply put, all of us inhabit many worlds at the same time. You can be a woman, you can be an Indian, you can be an academic, you can be Hindu, you can be a mother, you can be all kinds of things.
All of which you actually encapsulate.
All of which I actually am. This course is really all about me. No, I lie. It's all about Thomas. Anyway, the idea is that feminism is always intersectional or it is nothing. If we cannot understand how all of these different forces in the world work together on us, then we'll never really have an understanding of how gender works. So how sexuality works, how nationalism works, how the notion of equality will affect us, how religion affects us, how race affects us, how many of these will affect us together. And if we cannot put those together, then we don't really have a chance of understanding what constitutes gender and how it works.
The way this course is built up is basically that then after this introduction, we're going to start going over different themes, different like worldly themes, like sexuality, nationalism, class, race, and a lot of different other things, and how they each separately relate to gender, okay? And we're going to do that through the use of the things that Giti mentioned before, popular culture, literature, songs, movies, that should make you comprehend this at a deeper level.
So of course we're saying popular culture, but we do realize that popular culture is popular in some parts of the world and not in the
Right.
others. So this is an English speaking course, and that's a limitation for us right there. We are going to try to be as global as possible, right, Thomas, in our reference points.
We are
but
trying, but we are academics that work and operate in the Western world.
Yes.
And it's gonna be,
Yes. So, yeah. So, what I'm saying is that if we're going to talk about, when we talk about gender and class, for instance, we will refer to Sex and the City, the TV serial. We will refer to Pride and Prejudice, 19th century novel, the English novel, and so on and so forth. So, we are going to try to use popular culture that is most widespread. And thanks to the way that globalism goes, these are the things that most people around the world are likely to have in common. But we do try to touch on other cultures and other cultural artifacts. We will encourage you in the exercise section and the activity section to personalize this course much more, to see how it makes sense to you, to wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in your life situation, class, race, religion, whatever it is. And so we hope that it will be a series of, I don't know, guidelines to help you understand this better yourself in your own way, in your own terms. What do you think, Thomas?
well, once again, I think I agree with you, Giti, because Giti is really the expert here, and I'm sort of along for the ride because I look good on camera, right? So
White men, am I right?
So, without any further ado, Giti and I would like to welcome you to this course, and we hope you're going to have a lot of fun with it. We hope that your jaw is going to drop as many times as our camera woman, Nanda. She's been at times when we filmed the course, she goes like, "What, really?" So we hope you're going to have as much fun as she's obviously having, okay? So,
spoiler alert. If you like Little Red Riding Hood, I suggest you stop watching this course right now.